Tonight, after the tsunami.
Get in!
The real story of a holiday island recovering from disaster.
The tsunami took the boats away, the nets away, the house and all their possessions. So it just seemed a moral responsibility to rehouse these children.
Real Story with Fiona Bruce.
Good evening. On Boxing Day, countries across Asia were devastated by the tsunami. It left 300,000 people dead or missing, and countless homes and businesses were destroyed. Just after the wave hit, Real Story started filming some of the individuals on the holiday island of Phuket in Thailand who were caught up in the disaster. Now, more than 3 months on, we find out what happened to some of them. The parents who lost their children. The British volunteers who helped with the aftermath. And we discover how the local people are rebuilding their lives.
Get in! Get! Hold!
Somebody help him!
BBC Radio 4, the news at 6 o'clock on Sunday the 26th of December. A massive earthquake in the Indian Ocean has sent out surging waves which have lashed the coasts of Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bangladesh, India and the Indonesian island of Sumatra.
While a lot of attention was focused on foreign tourists, it's the local people like fisherman Nippon Lamcow who took the brunt of the tsunami and live in fear of another. And in the last 2 weeks there have been further earthquakes off the coast of Indonesia. Although there wasn't a tsunami, there was more loss of life. On Boxing Day, Nippon's house was completely destroyed. Now he and his wife Dao and their 6 children pay a much higher rent to share a small house with 2 other families. That's 16 people living in 2 rooms.
Everybody eats together, and when we go to bed, my sister-in-law and her children sleep inside the small bedroom, and me and my mother with my children and her grandchildren all sleep in this room here.
Help has come from one man whose family had a lucky escape. Further inland, Robin Plant and his wife Gift were unaware of the tsunami. Thankfully, they decided not to take their 5-month-old baby to the beach that day.
It was the first day that we didn't go on the beach because we were dropping my grandmother off at the airport. So that's one of the reasons why, for me personally, I felt I had to put something back, because it literally did take me a week to get over all of the places I could have been where I would have lost my son for sure.
Robin has run a business on Phuket for 7 years. He was profoundly moved by the plight of local families who'd lost everything.
The tsunami took the boats away, the nets away, the house and all their possessions. So the trouble is these people live from hand to mouth. So once you lose a big investment, it's almost impossible just to replace it. One of the biggest decisions for deciding to help them was the fact that there's children involved. And it just seemed a moral responsibility to rehouse these children.
Robin didn't want to wait until money from the official fundraising efforts arrived on Phuket. He raised money himself by sending emails to anyone he could think of. And then his plan to build 20 houses for local people began to take shape.
All we've done is really build 20 new units, and then we're going to provide them with a 2-year grace period, which is basically a time where we'll pay their rent, their utilities, we'll assist them in some of the everyday needs like a rice cooker, a hot water heater, basically try and replace all of the things that they lost in the tsunami. This one here now for squirter, and this one is a little tap. Yeah? So we have one little tap, one squirter for the toilet, and then this one here for washing. Okay, that's great. We made a decision to use a Thai construction company because we had many offers of volunteers. People would contact me and say, can we come and help build houses and stuff? But without any building experience, the time it would have taken to coordinate a group of volunteers to build a project such as this would have drastically increased the length of time. So even though it would have been great for the volunteers to be involved and it would have been great for everybody to help, it's not really in the best interests of these families. A lot of the problems and the stress of construction were taken away by using Kun Samat, because he's a local guy. You know, we've known each other for some time. I knew that I could trust him to get it done. He understands that this is not a profit-making exercise, so he's sympathetic to the people from the tsunami, and he lives here just like I do. So we're both committed to rehousing families.
In early March, Nippon, Dao and their family came to have a look at their new home.
Can you ask Dao what are the things that she really needs? Because we've got to buy all that for 20 units. How many of her kids are at school at the moment?
5 people.
So five kids at school.
Oh, this twin.
So you can tell Kun Dao that we're going to be helping with some of the school stuff, like with the uniform, school bags, pens and pencils, so we can help take some of the worry away.
Families are already moving into the new houses built by fundraiser and volunteer Robin Plant.
Well, at the moment this is a Muslim ceremony. They've blessed the food and now they're going to eat the food. Essentially it's a blessing to wish everybody here good luck and to officially open the project.
Robin meets one young resident who only just survived the tsunami. Her father held her head above the rising water.
What's the story? You were holding on. Really? Did he get to the water, come up to him?
Some water.
Really?
Water.
Oh.
Yeah, but alive.
But alive, leh? Well, it's a relief. It's a relief that it's done. It's not something I could have failed at. You can't promise something to people that really need something and then fail.
When the tsunami came, I thought it would take many months, probably years, before we could get back on our feet. But then Robin came along, and he built houses for us to live in, and now we only have to focus on making a living, because we have a place to stay, and the kids can go to school.
But Dao and her kids, I mean, it's just very gratifying to see them all happy, smiling. It's the first time I've seen it pretty much since we met them. It's a sense of relief. It's nice. It's really nice.
In all, the UK donated £425 million in response to the tsunami. The umbrella group of aid agencies, the Disasters Emergency Committee, has closed its appeal and says it's now got enough money to carry out relief and long-term rebuilding work. If you want to find out more details about the way the money is being used and the projects supported by the appeal, there are links and contact details on our website, bbc.co.uk/realstory.